Bocah ada metronom.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yakhfa class 4C, with student number 64 UIN Jakarta. Today I will explain the book I read. The title is Atomic Habit, an easy and proven way to build good habits and break bad ones. This book is authored by James Clear with 319 pages, published by Avery and released on October 16, 2018. People think when you want to change your life, you need to think big. But world-renowned custom expert James Clear has found another way. He knows that real change comes from the combined effects of hundreds of small decisions, from doing 2 push-ups a day, getting up 5 minutes early, to briefly holding back the urge to call. He called all of these atomic habits in this groundbreaking book. Clear Essential reveals how this very small change can grow into broadly life-changing result. It uncovers some of the simple tricks of our lives and digs into the latest psychology and neuroscience theory to explain why they matter to that end. He tells inspiring story of Olympic gold medalists, top CEOs, and distinguished scientists who have used the science of small habits to stay productive, stay motivated, and happy. This small change will have revolutionary impact on your career, your personal relationship, and your life. Next, we will discuss the chapter of this book. This book consists of 6 chapters and several subs in it. Chapter 1. The Fundamentals. Why tiny changes make a big difference. This chapter explains first the surprising power of atomic habits. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement, the same way that money multiplies through compound interest. The effects of your habits multiply as you repeat them. An atomic habit is a little habit that is a part of a larger system. Habits are double-edged sword. They can work for you or against you, which is why understanding the details is essential. Second, how your habits shape your identity. Changing habit is challenging for 2 reasons. First, we try to change the wrong thing, and second, we try to change our habits in the wrong way. This chapter also explains 3 layers of behavior change. The first layer is changing your outcomes, the second layer is changing your processes, the third layer is changing your identity. Chapter 2. The first law makes it obvious. These chapters explain 4 subthemes. First, the man who didn't look right. This theme explains the habit scorecard. The habit scorecard is a simple exercise you can use to become more aware of your behavior. The process of behavior change always starts with awareness. You need to be aware of your habits before you can change them. Second, the best way to start a new habit. This theme explains habit stacking, a simple plan to overhaul your habits. Habit stacking is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a current habit. The habit stacking formula is after current habit, I will new habit. These themes also explain the implementation, intention. Creating an intention is a strategy you can use to pair a new habit with a specific time and location. The intention formula is I will, behavior, at, time, in, location. Third, motivation is overrated. Environment often matters more. Fourth, the secret to self-control. This theme explains the inversion of the first law of behavior. Change is making it invisible. Once a habit is a form, it is unlikely to be forgotten. People with high self-control tend to spend less time in tempting situations. It's easier to avoid temptation than resist it. One of the most practical ways to eliminate a bad habit is to reduce exposure to the cue that caused it. Chapter 3. The second law, make it attractive. These chapters explain 3 subthemes. First, how to make a habit irresistible. The second law of behavior change is make it attractive. The more attractive an opportunity is, the more likely it is become habits forming. Habits are a dopamine-driven feedback loop. When dopamine rises, so does our motivation to act. Temptation bundling is one way to make your habits more attractive. The strategy is to pair an action you want to do with an action you need to do. Second, the role of family and friends in shaping your habits. These themes expand the habits of three groups in particular. First, the close. Second, the many. And third, the powerful. Each group offers an opportunity to leverage and the second law of behavior change and make our habits more attractive. If a behavior can get us approval, respect, and praise, we find it attractive. Third, how to find and fix the cause of your bad habits. These themes explain when craving comes from. Every behavior has a surface level craving and a deeper underlying motivation. The inversion of the second law of behavior change is make unattractive. Your habits are modern day solution to ancient desires. The cause of your habit is actually the prediction that precede them. The prediction leads to a feeling habits attractive when we associate them with positive feelings and unattractive when we associate them with a negative feeling. Create a motivation ritual by doing something you enjoy immediately before a difficult habit. Chapter 4. The third law, make it easy. This chapter explains 4 sub-themes. First, walk slowly but never backward. These themes explain the third law of behavior change. It is making it easy. The most effective form of learning is practice, not planning. Second, the law of least effort. This then explains human behavior follow the law of less effort. We will naturally gravitate toward the option that requires the less amount of work. Create an environment where doing the right thing is as easy as possible. Third, how to stop procrastinating by using the 2-minute rule. This them explain habits can be completed in a few seconds but continue to impact your behavior for minutes or hours after reward. Many habits occur at decisive moment choice that are like fork in the road and either send you in the direction of productive day or an unproductive one. And the fourth, the last, how to make good habits inevitable and bad habits impossible. This then explain how to automate a habit and never think about it again. The best way to break a bad habit is to make it impractical to do. Chapter 5. The fourth law, make it satisfying. This chapter explains 3 sub-themes. First, the cardinal rule of behavior change. This theme explains the mismatch between immediate and delayed rewards. And the second law, how to stick with good habits every day. These themes explain how to keep your habits on a track. A habit tracker is a simple way to measure whether you did a habit. The most basic format is to get a calendar and cross off each day you stick with your routine. Rolls by the calendar becomes a record of your habit streak. Third, how an accountability partner can change. These themes explain the habit contract. A habit contract is a verbal or written agreement in which you state your commitment to a particular habit and the punishment that will occur if you don't follow through. Chapter 6. Advanced tactics. How to go from being merely good to being truly great. These chapters explain 3 sub-themes. First, the truth about talent. These themes explain how your personality influences your habits. Your genes are operating beneath the surface of every behavior. Your personality is the set of characteristics that is consist from situation to situation. Second, the Goldilocks rule. How to stay motivated in life and work. This them explain the Goldilocks rule states that humans experience peak motivation when working on tasks that are right on the edge of their current abilities. As habits become routine, they become less interesting and less satisfying. We get bored. Third, the downside of creating good habits. These themes explain master one habit. Although habits are powerful, what you need is a way to remain conscious of your performance over time, so you can continue to refine and improve. Next, this book best for people who wants learn more about habits or how to build habits. This textbook is very interesting explanation about habits and how to build the habits, because this book is very complete with an explanation how to make a habit, and it's also explain the good and bad habits. After I read this book, I can make some pretty noticeable change. I read and follow several ways from small to large. Example, usually I always wake up late, but after reading this book, I change it. I always wake up early, because in this book it is explained that time is important. And when I read this book, I had trouble finding the meaning of the words in the book. There were a lot of vocabulary that I didn't know the meaning of. And when I read the book, too many examples were given, so I was very confused by the explanation. Okay, that's the explanation about the book I read. Thank you for watching my videos. Goodbye. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.